I am back. Uh, okay. Hey everybody, welcome back, Vogue community. It's been a while. Somebody commented, why did I stop my what if Naruto was the ultimate prodigy? Well, let's put it in a simpler terms. I might continue it. It's not that I stopped it. I didn't discontinue it. It's just I might continue it when I come up with something good to fit the story. If I don't, I will tell you when I'm discontinuing a what if. I've discontinued what if Deku was the Inkling. I've discontinued all my old what ifs and some of the redo what ifs I am still busy doing. But it's just I have no good ideas for it. So that's why. Now, this one might be an interesting what if. What if Naruto had the ultimate, the greatest Dojutsu? Now, obviously, a lot of people done this before, and I feel like doing this a different way. I feel like swinging this to the sidelines a different way. I'm not going to give him the Sharingan. I'm not going to give him a Rene Sharingan. I'm not going to give him a Byakurono Sharingan. No, 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 no. I'm not going to give him the Suki Byaku or whatever Sharingan. It's not going to be a Sharingan. I mean, it's going to have similar things to a Sharingan. It's going to be better. It might be close to a Byakugan. Still going to be better. But yeah, let's continue. Now, before we get into the whole Dojutsu thing, we have to go back to the era of the Sage of Six Paths. Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the man who gave birth to the 9 Biju, the Sage of Six Paths, or the father of ninja and ninjutsu. Let's go back to his era. Now, a lot of things have passed since we've seen the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo. He's already given birth to his 2 sons. He's already created the 9 Biju and he's still with them. His time is coming to a close. And what I mean by coming to a close, it's coming to a close. His death is near and he can feel it. His 8 Biju, 9 Biju can also feel it as well. Well, I don't know all from 1 to 8 Biju's names. I only know certain people, certain Jinchuriki's names because they are mentioned a lot. So if I get certain Biju's names wrong, or if I just call them by their number of tails, that's the Biju I'm talking to. As Hagoromo is just waiting for his death, preparing everything to release the Biju in certain locations, and to fall and die of old age once or finally. Before that happened, something odd happened. His dojutsu changed. Hagoromo's middle eye closed permanently. He did not know why, just closed. He did not have a third eye anymore. He only had 2, which was odd, but he did not care. He was gonna die anyway, and he just needed to wait. As Hagoromo wanders the planet continuously, his vision gets blurrier over the days, and his eyes change from the purple Rinnegan or Red Rinne Sharingan I don't know if the Sage of Six Paths had the Rinnegan or the Rinne Sharingan. Just the Rinnegan, I guess. His purple eyes shifts and change with the circles that go from the middle to the end, like the Rinnegan, start fading as his eyes turns into a golden bright color with a black outline, and in the middle of that black outline is a slit that is yellow. Very unique. He went blind for a few days, but he had other ways to basically see the world through his ears, nose, touch. Even his chakra itself can help him see. He just did not know what's going on. As he eventually gained his sight over the few days, he glared into the pond and saw a magnificent sight. The eyes were so beautiful it glistens in the water itself. Pure gold eyes with a black iris and a yellow slit. The eyes were interesting. An odd thing. He wondered, is this my Rinnegan? No, this is something else. As he places his fingers going over his hand or going over his eye, going over his eyelid, seeing if the Rinne Sharingan would appear once again. No, it didn't. He tried to dispel whatever illusion he was cast on. There was no illusion. He did not know what was happening, but he could feel this eye's power. It was stronger than even his mother's eyes, stronger than anything he's ever seen. This Dojutsu does not have a name. It only has a title. The Beginning. The title was The Beginning, and all the Sage of Six Paths knew for what that meant was this eye was at the beginning, and now he has gotten the power of what he does not know. He has to discover that himself. A few days go by, and Hagoromo is getting older. But he has discovered a few things about his power, or his eyes. He has perfect control over his mindscape, and he can bring objects out of his mindscape. But the objects that he brings out of his mindscape is projected through his will. So, the stronger his will and mind is, the stronger and sharper the objects can be, and the harder it is to break them. Also, the more objects he can pull out as well. His imagination wasn't very detailed, so it was hard for him to use this Dojutsu. He was not that quite of a match. Continuing on. The Biju also saw through Hagoromo's eyes, as it was very beautiful. The most beautifulest eyes they've seen so far. This could not compare to the Byakugan, and even Hagoromo could state this has no comparison to even the Tenseigan. Its power is unique. Hagoromo also discovered that nothing was without, or nothing, everything was in his limits, or his grasp. He just needed to have the correct imagination for it. But Hagoromo wasn't a man for imagining things. Not in detail either. So it made it hard to use this Dojutsu. It worked just like the Sharingan and Rinnegan, with the same powers. It gave them access to all 5 elements, elemental infinities, and even access to Dojutsu infinities such as ice, fire, such as ice, thunder, lava, dust, sand, and so on. It gave him access to all these unique elemental dojutsus that he could basically use any ninjutsu he felt like. He could cast people into illusions that are even unbreakable to the Rinnegan itself. He could use the infinite Tsukuyomi, and he didn't really need to use the moon to project his eyes onto the planet. All he needed to say was just 3 words. Hagoromo had the exact power to even put the entire planet to sleep with 3 words. Go to sleep. But Hagoromo would never do that. He wanted peace, and he would achieve peace. As Hagoromo got older, 5 more days before he dies, Hagoromo was laying in his bed the last 5 days, reminiscing over his memories. He has just released the 9 Biju, and he is in the house near the spot where the hidden leaf was supposed to be. Hagoromo had a dream. The dream was odd. The only Jinchuriki he had at the moment was the Nine-Tails, Kurama. He already released his brothers out into the wild. Now Hagoromo was just spending his last days with, he may argue, his favorite son, Kurama. Kurama saw Hagoromo's dream. Well, he didn't saw, but heard his dream. Hagoromo entered the mindscape one day and told Kurama, I had a fruition about the future. He told Kurama that one day there will be a boy of prophecy. The boy with the same eyes as him. You would need to you Kurama will one day find this boy. And if you do find this boy, teach him. Teach him all there is to know about these eyes. Because I know there's more to these eyes than what I've learned. And in the future, if my mother ever gets free, this boy will unite the entire ninja world and face her. And you will be standing beside him. So if you find this boy one day, teach him, help him, be his partner. As Kurama sheds a few tears, as Hagoromo lifts his hand and places it on Kurama, stating, "Don't cry. It's my time. Remember, I will always be with you, no matter where you go. And don't hate if people do something bad to you. Don't hold hate in your heart. Forgive them." The 5 days gone by quickly, and Kurama was released on the 2nd. Hagoromo died on the last, and his 2 sons buried him. And so the world went on. Kurama and the other Biju got captured and grew. Kurama was the last one to get captured, but Kurama had a fire in his heart. He took the words of his father to heart, And he promised himself one day he would find that boy and he would teach him everything he needs to know. The boy with his old, the boy with his father's eyes. He will find this boy and we will help him. As the years go by, obviously, time goes on. Madara and Hashirama fought. The Leaf Village was born. The Will of Fire. The fourth Hokage. Now we return to that night. Kurama is rampaging and he just got out of the control of that damn Uchiha. Kurama is furious as Minato teleports his tailed beast bomb to a safe distance to prevent the Leaf Village from becoming nuked by the tailed beast bomb's bomb. As Kurama states, I gotta get out of here. As before he could do that, he gets teleported to a specific location. As we see everything go on as a natural, Kurama sends his claws towards the boy that he's about to get sealed in, stabs through the two children, and he was about to stab Naruto when he opened his eyes. Kurama sees the eyes. Golden eyes with a black iris and a slit of yellow. He stares in shock, fear, and also glad. His father was correct. He would find this boy and train him and help him. The reason why he's fear now is because he just killed the two parents that this boy came from. He's shocked because the boy has his father's eyes, and this is the boy he was waiting for. As without much resistance, Kurama waited. He waited for this man to seal him into this boy. As he does so, with very little resistance. But Minato, instead of seeing half with himself, he seals the full Kurama into this boy. As Kurama just accepts it. Because this is why this boy is the person he was looking for all these years. As he gets sealed into this boy, Minato does the Death Reaper seal still. Why? Because number one, he doesn't want the Nine-Tails to get out. If the Nine-Tails ever tries to force his way out of the seal, he'll kill his son and Kurama itself. And then Kurama will be in the clutches and the hands of the Shinigami, where the Shinigami can experiment and study the Nine-Tails. Continuing on. Now we skip all the way to now when Naruto was 5. Kurama was watching this boy with intrigueness and wonder. The boy's eyes was golden, but only for that night, a change to the sky blue that it once was. Kurama thought he was seeing things, and he kind of hated himself for falling for some illusion that might have been set on him. Kurama didn't mind, he'll just break out of the seal like he always does. But there's a problem. He realized when he tried to break out of the seal, if he even tried to force his chakra, a lot of his energy or chakra through the seal that it can take, the seal will break and then it will kill the both of them. And then he will be in the clutches of the Shinigami. He doesn't want to be an experiment for the Shinigami's purposes. So he'll just have to wait. Wait until his coils are big enough for him to take control and be set free. 5-year-old Naruto. Naruto was running from a lot of mobs. This is Naruto's birthday, and Naruto is booking it across Konoha at top speed. Naruto doesn't care for anything. He's just moving. I can tell you now, this Naruto is a bit different. This Naruto is much more happy-go-lucky. He really likes making people smile, and he hates receiving glares from other people. Like he's a monster or something. He hates it. He hates it with pride. He still has that drive to become Hokage, and he's still going to do that. With a smile, of course. Naruto is not one for being sad and being lonely. He barely in his childhood, when he was a baby, he barely even cried. He just smiled and giggled happily. And he'll continue doing so throughout his life. He sees as sadness as a thing of corruption, a thing that no one should ever have. Naruto also has a very, very deep mindscape. What I mean by deep is his imagination is advanced to the point where everything he sees in his imagination, you can be fooled for real life. When the Kyuubi was looking through his memories, he struggled separating his imagination from his dreams, from his daydreaming to his real life, because it was so detailed. Continuing on. Naruto was booking it across Konoha at top speed, as a few ninjas, which are like tuning rank at least, were chasing after him, with the entire mob of villagers chasing after him as well. The tuning joined in only a few minutes after, and he was cursing himself that ninjas have to join in this charade of trying to kill the demon brat. Naruto was pretty smart. He was not dumb, he just acted dumb. Reasons why: he wanted everyone to smile by him. He didn't want everyone to think he's a monster, so he acts dumb. Naruto came across a fence location as he is running. He nearly got nicked in the head by a kunai, as he is scared for his life. He thinks, I'm gonna die this time, as he runs and runs, as he jumps. He jumps over the fence while getting impaled by a kunai to the side of his ribs. Sing, as Naruto yells, ah! As Naruto lands not on the kunai, but on the other side of his body, and continues running. He also got a few cuts by his legs and another kunai impaling his one left leg. As Naruto didn't care for the pain, he just ran. He ran as fast as he can. Naruto was one hell of a sensor, so, of course, like all sensors, he had the ability to also camouflage his chakra, because he could sense his own chakra and other people's chakra as well. Unique ability for sensors. Naruto hid under the sewers. He took the sewers all the way up near his house. He didn't go into his house yet because he knew there would be a mob waiting there. He took another location near a small dark alleyway. This dark alleyway was so small that a child his age can only enter. As he entered a small pocket area room that he only knew of. As Naruto starts pulling out all the weapons that are inside him. 2 kunai, as he looks to his left arm and pulls out a senbon. And 4 senbon. 2 of them were in his arm, the other 2 near his back. He lets out a sigh. He asked teary-eyed, crying, Why does why does everyone hate me? What have I done so horrible to make them hate me? As Naruto cries alone. Naruto slowly passes out, of pure exhaustion and adrenaline. But he didn't know while he was crying, his tears started changing color. His tears changed from blue to liquid, liquid see-through gold type water. It's an odd thing. It has a tint of gold in it. As he starts crying, this new liquid will slowly passing out, as his eyes is glowing yellow. Yes, he enters his mindscape by accident, with his gold new eyes active. Naruto looks around. Where am I? He looks left and right. It's a sewer. He wanders through the sewer. Keep on wandering. Till he comes across a cage. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? His voice is echoed across the walls, and a slight gust of wind goes over him. Hot air. As an eye opens up, it looks at this boy. First thing it notices the boy, as when this thing was about to say something, it noticed his eyes. As the slitted big eye gets smaller, basically zooming in on this boy's eyes. It's true, you did have those eyes, the beast thought behind the cage. Uh, uh, as the beast walks forward to the light, showing its full figure, the QB. As Naruto states, the QB no Kitsune, where am I? Calm down, boy. I'm not going to hurt you. As he bends his head down, observing this boy a bit more. Yellow hair, whiskers, addiction to orange. As he's remembering how his old father described the boy. Yellow hair, whiskers, and an attachment to orange. It was a very vague description, but description nonetheless. As Kurama thinks to himself, he's the one. What's your name, boy? My name is Naruto. As Naruto starts shaking and is quite scared of the QB. As Kurama gives a toothy smile. Don't worry, I won't eat you. I have no need for that. So, what brings you into your mindscape at this hour? My mindscape? Yes, boy, you didn't realize? This is your mind. This is your mind. As he states, while giving another toothy smile. He loves seeing pesty humans shiver in fear under his wake. As Naruto states, my mind, as Naruto slowly gets at ease. His shivering slowly stops as he starts taking big breaths, calming himself down. Yes. So, I'm guessing from your memories that mob, correct? I'm sorry, boy. I... I'm the reason why these villagers hate you. As Kurama states, I never meant for you to have a bad life, but I'm truly sorry. As Kurama states, while removing his gaze from Naruto, as Naruto stares at him with his golden eyes. The reason why he is removing his gaze from Naruto is it reminds him too much of his father. How his father used to stare at him with those golden eyes. As Naruto states, it's fine. You had no control over it, right? You're just here, and I didn't know you were here, so you have nothing to worry about. Thank you for apologizing, though. As Naruto states, Kurama looks back, gives a small smile. This kid is truly good-hearted. So, now then, reasons why you're here. I'm guessing the Dojutsu has something to do with it, as Naruto gives a blink, 2 blinks, 3, Dojutsu. I don't have a... Before you continue that, boy, look into your reflection, as Kurama states. Naruto, taking Kurama's advice, looks into the reflection. He sees his golden eyes, his yellow slits as it moves around his eyes. As he places his hand over his eye. Basically, his one hand going over his eyelid and one eye. The same like the way the Sage of Six Paths did when he was an old man. It brought back Kurama memories, a lot of them. Kurama shakes it off. As he asks, what? This is a dojutsu? What? Before you continue that, the abilities are quite unknown and vast for my knowledge. The only person that had that dojutsu died long time ago. But just remember that dojutsu is powerful in many ways. I know only some of its abilities, but even then, those abilities are only scratching the surface of what it could do. So, what can it do? Naruto asks. Kurama replies with another smile. You're quite eager, aren't you? The abilities are simple. The ability number 1. You have complete control over your mindscape. That means this place right here is your battleground. You are able to do anything in here. You are able to do everything in here. You are able to alter the flow of time from inside here. And also, you are able to bring objects from within inside here outside. That's the second ability. You are able to manifest weapons that are from this reality into the next. It's basically taking an object from your dreams and pulling it out into the real world. Number 3. You have access to all 5 elemental infinities. What? What are elemental infinities? You're a smart boy. Use your head. As he thinks back to class, Naruto in this one pays attention more in class, and especially with ninjutsu and taijutsu, and going over a bit about certain things, such as history as well. You would think Naruto would sleep through these classes. Nope, he paid attention to Haruka a lot. And he knows a lot. So he remembers something about elemental infinities, such as the person that has only 2 to 3 affinities, or maybe even 4, and they are even rare. But he has 5. 5 infinities. Uh, w- See, I told you would get it. You are able to use fire, water, wind, earth, and lightning with relative ease. What other abilities you have? I need to think about that. You are able to put people under genjutsu. The genjutsu can be so strong to the point where not even the Sharingan could break out. Not even its final form of the Sharingan can break out of the illusion. And because of your imagination is so detailed, you can change the illusion however way you want. What else can you do? Well, I know one more thing that you could do. This one is an illusion jutsu. That one person that I was in last showed me it. It goes, you take a person's conscious and place it within your own. You're basically forcing somebody in your own mindscape. Because you have complete control over this mindscape, you can control the flow of time, and even everything around you is yours to control. The person that is forced within this mindscape has no chance but to run. Even if they run, they cannot exit the mindscape. You basically defeated your opponent once you bring him in here, because you are guarding here, no one else. Wait, so if this is my mindscape, then yes, if this is your mindscape, because I am in your mindscape, and if I try to attack you in here, you'll just defeat me with relatively ease. All you need is just imagination, and you can do anything in here. As Naruto thinks, he puts out his hand as he thinks of a sword. It appears within his hand. He swings the sword as a gust of wind comes out of it that's in a slicing motion. Sing! He cuts through the wall. He keeps on doing that until a piece of wall falls off. He lifts his hand out as the piece of wall goes back to its normal state, and the rock that fell on the floor transforms into a stone dummy. As he basically practices in his mindscape all these different things he can do. He can do any jutsu that he wants inside this mindscape. He can train any way he wants from within inside this mindscape. Everything and anything he can think of, he can do, including flying. As this is his mindscape, of course, so the limits are the sky. Really, he can do anything, really. As Kurama watches through his cage, how this boy uses his mindscape. This boy is quite clever. He has a better imagination than my old father. More detailed than anybody in this world. I'm intrigued. So, boy, what do you want to do now? As he thinks about it, as he remembers his goal, as he clutches his fist and states, I want to be Okage of the Hidden Leaf Village, so everybody can acknowledge me and not fear me for what I contain. A noble idea. But not everybody will accept you. You ever heard of the cycle of hatred? The cycle of hatred? As Naruto hears from Kurama. Yes, It goes like this. If one person kills another person's family, that person will seek revenge. In turn, that person will discard everyone around him in looking for revenge and kill the person that killed his family. The person that loves that person that killed his family will get angry and also seek revenge. And the cycle of hatred will continue. People will start hating one another, and everyone will continue the cycle until it never ends. The cycle of hatred will never end. That's why I say, not everyone will accept you for what you are. As Naruto clutches his fist and pumps it in the air, then I will destroy the cycle of hatred. To do so, you would need to bring permanent peace to this ninja world. You do know that. Then I will bring peace to this world. I don't care. As Naruto yells out with his signature phrase, Datebayo, as Kurama gives a toothy grin and smiles. Seems like this child is the one, after all. As he states, is that what you want to do? Bring peace to this entire shinobi war and destroy the cycle of hatred? As Naruto yells, yeah, believe it! Again, Datebayo. As Kurama states, then I will help you. As Naruto looks back at the Kyuubi. Wait, what? I will help you. I will help you destroy the cycle of hatred and bring peace to this ninja world. No one will hate anyone when we're done. It's not easy to bring peace to an entire world, Naruto. You would need help. You need friends. Consider me as your first friend. Really? As he hears for the first time, someone is asking to be his friend. As Kurama states, you wish to bring peace to this world. I cannot argue with that. I am contained within inside you. It's better to not fight something that is bound to happen. So I will join you in this quest, and also make sure you don't die before you do your promise and your deed to bring peace to this ninja world and destroy the cycle of hatred permanently. As Kurama gives a toothy grin. Remember guys, this is the full Kurama. This is not just half of him. This is not the half dark side of him. This is the half good side and dark side. So this is the full him. So Kurama is a bit more mellow now. He's a bit more kinder because he has his full side of him. But in doing so, I will help you to take on the world's hatred. And I will help you in any way I can, even in your life. And I will make sure you die of old age and nothing more. As Naruto cries and states, you would do that? I am the Kyuubi. I am the Kyuubi, strongest Biju of the 8. And when I say I will do something, I will do it. As he yells out within the mindscape, as the mindscape rumbles under the pressure. As he states, well, thank you, Naruto. Gives a smile while still crying. As Kurama gives a tch. None of that sad, sappy shit. I don't have time for this. As Kurama wipes his tears, he says, okay, so how do we set you free? As Naruto looks at the paper. Do we just pull this off? As Kurama yells, "No!" As Naruto had to stop before we pulled out the paper. Don't pull that off. Okay. If you do, we're both gonna die. The point of the seal is, my chakra will seep through the seal very slowly and mix with yours. It will also slowly expand your chakra coils. But it will be very slow. The seal will slowly start to loosen over the years, and more of my power will be able to get through to you and mix with your chakra coils. If you take all my power at once, we might accidentally break the seal and kill us both. Okay. As he steps away from the seal, there's on the gate. We must either find the key, and we must wait until you're old enough to contain my power, or else you're gonna turn into a chakra bomb. Yes, Kurama. That's good. But if you want to train, then you can come in here whenever you want. Wait, you can train here? Well, yes. You can do nearly everything in here but physical exercises. You can do chakra training, you can do ninjutsu training and genjutsu training. You cannot do physical training such as push-ups and sit-ups to strengthen your body. You can do taijutsu in here, but it will only be on muscle memory. Anything concerning chakra you can do in here. Kenjutsu training as well. Now then, I believe that you are fully healed, and you should go. Also, cut the chakra connection to your eyes so it can revert back. We don't want anybody seeing that golden Dojutsu eye of yours. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Good point, but why are we hiding your Dojutsu? Well, number one, how are the villagers gonna think of the QB brat having a Dojutsu? They're gonna be outraged, and they're gonna want you faster off the ninja list, faster out of the ninja school immediately. These villagers want you dead. They don't want you to get stronger. But I'm going to help you and teach you all the things I know, even my personal taijutsu style. And they won't know what hit them. But I need you to promise me one thing. When the time is ready and I think you're strong enough, you can tell everybody your power and show everybody your power. But you will only tell them if I allow it. See, you forget the greatest rule of being a shinobi, Naruto. The knowledge is power. The less people know about your powers, the more easier it will be to take them down. The more people underestimate you, the quicker it is to kill them. See, knowledge is a ninja's greatest power, and the less of it they know, the more cockier they will become. So, take them off guard, correct? Yes. Hide your power, and when somebody tries to mess with you, slit their throat. It will be easier as that. As Naruto says, oh, that's kind of smart. Naruto, that's only one of the rules about being a ninja. Remember that. Knowledge is power. The less people know about you, the more easy it is to kill them. As Kurama shoves Naruto out of his own mindscape, as Naruto wakes up. As Naruto wakes up stating, so I must hide my true power from everyone. so they can underestimate me. That's kind of a smart idea. As Naruto thinks back to what Kurama said, you can bring weapons from your mindscape out into the real world. As Naruto is thinking, until he hears a voice at the back of his head. You can try it if you want. Ah! As Naruto jumps immediately. Uh, Kurama? Yes, I'm in your head, dummy. Just think your thoughts and I'll be able to hear it. As Naruto thinks, so you're just gonna be speaking at the back of my head at all times, right? Yes, I'll just be here if you need it. And if you were gonna think of it a dream, it wasn't. As Naruto tries to bring something out of his mindscape, the sword that he manifests, as he thinks hard, as the sword appears in his mindscape, or in his hand, I got it. It's a pretty weak sword. I mean, any kunai that hits that sword, it will shatter immediately. It's like you're holding a glass weapon. It's also very blunt. As he looks at the sword, it's very blunt. The reason why is Naruto is only using this ability for the first time, and he's not good at it. Number one, he needs to make his mind and his will stronger, because the weapons that he pulls out runs off of his will and his mind. As Kurama explains that, as he focuses on the blade, as the blade suddenly gets a bit sharper, and also becomes a small, teensy bit durable. But still, it's the weakest sword he made. As Naruto drops the weapon on the floor as it disappears into golden particles. Now then, cut the chakra off from it. Cut the chakra out of your eyes. Or cut the chakra that's flowing from your eyes out, off. As he does so, as his irises that are gold turns back to blue. Or his eyes turn back to blue, sky blue. He crawls out of his small little hole and looks around. It's very dark. As he quickly heads towards his home, sneaks through the window. The window was open. No one really knew it. The window was open, but yeah. His house was ransacked by the villagers. They took everything of value and destroyed everything that wasn't worth anything. As Naruto did a sigh, Naruto hid to a secret compartment that was just behind a couch. He banged on the wall and something fell out. The board. As he pulls out the board, he looks at it. Gamma something. I don't know what Naruto calls his wallet again. It's Gamma something, but it's his frog wallet. His frog wallet filled with money, to the brim. As Naruto does a sigh. This is bad. As Kurama states, because you have those eyes now, you can do practically anything with it. All the furniture that you just lost can practically reappear again. Wait, what? Really? Really? Your eyes can do anything. But really, you just need to focus and practice on it. As Naruto sits on his bed that has no sheet, no blanket, and no pillow, as he closes his eyes, putting the flow of chakra back to his eyes, as it turns gold. His eyes is like a lantern in the night. It shines through the darkness. As Naruto thinks of his room, how it looked before, he thinks of it and he thinks of it deeply. As everything that once disappeared and was destroyed, or everything that was stolen of value, all suddenly reappeared, suddenly started manifesting out of gold. As Naruto's chakra pool starts getting depleted fast, as he was running on empty when he was done. What was that? Huh. What was that, kid? Well, simple. If you want to make something permanent in this world, if you want to pull something that will basically be permanently in this reality, which is not your mindscape, you need chakra to do so. You can pull weapons out of your mind, yes, for apparently no chakra at all. But if you want to pull a permanent object out of your mindscape, you need to use chakra. So, to make something permanent, you need chakra. But to make something that is not permanent, it requires no chakra at all. As Kurama finishes his sentence. That makes sense. I'm tired now. As Naruto passes out. All he hears is the final words of Kurama. I'll fill back your chakra in the morning and wake you up for school. This should be the last day of your vacation. Okay, Kurama. As he falls asleep. As Kurama forces him awake. Wake up, kid. It's time for your school. And also, I prepared a training regimen after you're done at school. So, prepare to go through hell once you're finished with that dumb excuse for a ninja training academy. As Naruto nods and gets dressed, in his usual orange, yeah, it's the usual thing. As Naruto is running through Konoha once again, as he makes it to school. Naruto is in a very bad part of the village, but it's the closest part to the Hokage's tower and the school grounds. Really, the part of his area is very poor, as there are orphan children that have no money running all over the streets. Drunk, drunk idiots everywhere, and yeah, Konoha is a beautiful place. If you just don't count if you don't count the poor areas and the areas that are not very friendly for people that doesn't know what they are doing. Think of it like think of it like the Red District. It's a very poor place with gangsters, gangs, and other things more. Ever since the Uchiha police force was disbanded and the entire Uchiha clan killed, really there was no guards patrolling the streets of Konoha. So the red light district just got even worse. Naruto had to run through the rooftop because it was pretty bad today. There was, a lot of problems on that day. Murders, crimes, rapes, so forth. The Leaf Village is a beautiful place, yes, if you don't count the red light district. If you don't count that district. Or any of the bad things that go on. Just don't count that. It is a beautiful place. Naruto is heading to academy. He has to go over two blocks to get there, but it's pretty close by. The Red District is quite far, but he's on the outskirts of it, near the Hokage Tower. And a lot of Ombu go through that direction, so that's why there's not a lot of crime close to his house. But further out, yeah. It was bad to the point where a few Ombus had to be called in, and he saw a few Ombu teams were running towards the direction of his house, which was on the outskirts of the red, yeah, that area, that bad area. As he states, damn, I wonder what happened that was so bad that they had to call 3 teams of Ombu to deal with it. 3 teams. There's usually just one team to deal with everything that happens in that district. But they had to call 3. So, it seems bad. Naruto also has a few connections to people that you wouldn't want to have connections to. He's also a very lucky boy. In gambling, of course. That's why his personality is more go lucky, go happy, go lucky. Because he's very lucky. To the point where it's unnatural. He wins nearly every jackpot, and every time he enters a gambling area, it's just his jackpot. He also used to work for a dealer in a gambling center, but I'm not gonna mention that. Also, he worked for a few illegal delivery things just to get extra money for certain things. He also knows a shop that sells him basically good food that is not old, fresh meat, fresh stuff, and he has been cooking for himself. He knows he needs to keep a balanced diet or else he's gonna look like a skeleton. But he's still into ramen, and he still consumes ramen at an unordinary pace. But the shop that he gets most of his food from, also an illegal, also a technically illegal slash, I guess you can say, drugstore. But that's only the back side of it. The front side is just a good business. So yeah, he hasn't found a good weapon store, but he'll find that eventually. Continuing on, Naruto is hopping through building as because Naruto hasn't learned chakra really, he's just parkouring without it. Naruto didn't really learn how to use chakra just quite yet. All he knows is how to move chakra throughout his body, put chakra to certain body parts. He doesn't know how to tree climb, water walk, or tree walk or building hop. He's not doing that. He's parkouring. As Naruto makes it to his school, quite close to the Okage area. Even though Naruto's house is not, it's like close, but not that close, it's still close enough. Continuing on, this, as Naruto states, my final year of the Ninja Academy. This time, as he grips his fist, I will pass. As Naruto gets in, Naruto has always failed the Ninja Academy. Every single year, and this is his final year. He's going to become a ninja whether anyone else likes it or not. He's going to master that clone jutsu no matter what. And he's going to beat up that Tim of a Sasuke permanently. Because gosh darn, his emo attitude works on his nerves. The man, Naruto is he doesn't like Sasuke. Well, he likes Sasuke, he doesn't like his attitude. He gets everything on a silver platter. He gets girls, he gets jutsu, he gets... Basically, everyone falls to their feet and their knees in front of Sasuke. And Sasuke didn't have to work a damn to get it. He's pissed at that. He's pissed at that. That's the attitude that he hates. And Sasuke just wants more power to avenge his Uchiha clan, which is flippin' ludicrous. If you want to avenge your clan, basically train. No power is gonna be just given to you on a silver platter. As at the same time, he has an entire herd of fangirls follow him out 24/7. And even if Naruto tried to say something to him that is either rude or even try to retort to his dumbass questions, and also most importantly his insults, the entire squad of fangirls just start beating on him. Especially Sakura. What is up with that girl's punches? They hurt like hell. She Louise, she can basically become the student of Lady Tsunade. If she finds her, that is. And also, Naruto had to lose a stalker once in a while. He didn't know who the stalker was. He knows it was a girl, his age. She was stalking him just out of his radar a lot of times. And sometimes he gets unnerved, you can say. But yeah, he just left that person alone. She's not bothering anyone, and really, she's barely bothering him. So, yeah. But at times when she does bother him, well, he confronts her herself, but he has never saw her face. He doesn't know who is following him. Sorry about that. Just had to eat. Well then, let's continue. As Naruto walks in the classroom, he's quite late. Not that late really. The class was just about to start until he walked in. As the first thing he sees is Sasuke. As he was just thinking about Sasuke until he heard a growl at the back of his head. So, I'm guessing you hate that guy too. That Uchiha... Oh, that Uchiha rat? Oh, I don't hate him. I want to kill him. I hate people with those attitudes, especially Uchiha. They think they're all so high and mighty, but they don't have the power to back it up. Look at me. I put myself higher than even you humans, and I have the power to back it up. I can literally destroy this village in one attack. But this kid thinks he's God. And that just works on my nerves. As Kurama basically starts growling from inside the cage. Yeah, he also works on my nerves. And you know what's funny? This village just falls to their knees in front of him. All these civilians and even these Kunoichi girls. They say they Kunoichi. I don't see anything Kunoichi about them. They can barely even fight properly. From what I've seen from your memories, these are just a bunch of girls that want to play ninja. As Naruto starts snickering in his head. I guess you're right about that. Especially that pink especially that pink brat. Girl with that pink hair. She's a brat. She doesn't see the stupid things she does. She's also freaking loud. You know how many times I've been woken up in the seal because of her loud ass dumb voice? As Naruto states, how many times? I cannot count how many times with my tails and hands included. As Naruto thinks, so if he has 9 tails, he has 4 paws, each one of them giving him 5 fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20 plus 9 tails. It's 29. It's uncountable. So it's higher than 29, as Naruto states. Yes, it's higher. Much, much higher. And plus, she can't even fight properly. I mean, I give up to that Hyuga girl over there. She can at least give one person a fight. I mean, if I was controlling your body, the person I would go for as a girl or as a mate is that Hyuga girl. She's perfect. She can disagree with everything, even though she's shy and all that. I can bring her out of her shell. And also, she might be a fierce Konoichi in the future. As Naruto really had an attraction to Sakura, but now that Kurama says all these things about Sakura, he's not quite sure. I mean, he did have a small crush, and he tried to ask Sakura out, but that failed. And like they say, learn from your mistakes. Naruto did, and he didn't ask her ever again. He's not that stupid, and not that dense in this part. Because really, Naruto being stupid and dense in the original anime, I mean, it made sense, but it didn't make sense at the same time. I mean, Naruto is not just attracted to just Sakura. He's attracted to both Ino, Sakura, and even the Hyuga girl. But not much the Hyuga girl because she's always so shy. But now that he's hearing this from Kurama, he says, "Huh, is that really so?" As Kurama states, if you want to look for a mate, I suggest you go for that Hyuga girl. She's perfect. Also a perfect training partner for taijutsu. You should ask her to train with you sometime. As Naruto states, I don't even have a taijutsu style. Yeah, maybe in the future then. As Kurama states while giving a grin. Kurama is way more friendly in this one because number one, his father stated this might happen, so he's gonna be way more friendlier than all his other cellmates or cell containers because Naruto's the one. As obviously Iruka Sensei and his partner, I don't know what his partner name is called, but as Iruka and the other guy comes in, the day begins as they learn about the Hashirama and Tobirama fight and how that was the first thing in the Leaf Village's major history that made the Leaf Village the Leaf Village. As history class was over, kunai training and taijutsu was next. Naruto's still the same bad. He got like he got two bullseyes, two bullseyes. The basically the four hit their target but didn't hit the bullseye, and the four other kunai just basically missed. As Haruka gave him his score, he got, I guess, 65, barely a pass. Sasuke got all the bullseyes. As Kurama states, okay, you know what, I can admit one thing. The kid got skill. But that doesn't matter if you're using that attitude. As Kurama slightly changed his opinion. Sasuke got skill, but it doesn't matter if you're using that cocky attitude. There are much more people stronger out there that can kick Sasuke's ass 3 ways to Sunday. And Kurama's not even joking on that one. He's seen for you like his lifetime how Madara and other people stronger that could hit that bullseye and still go through the target and hit the other one. He's seen people way better, such as Itachi, but he would never say that out loud. And he would always stop Naruto if he ever mentions Itachi's, basically Sasuke's brother's name, because he reminds Naruto it was Itachi that killed the Uchiha clan. As he also states, it was good riddance for that Uchiha clan to die. They think they're all high and mighty when they're half-bloods. The only full-blood Uchiha was Madara, and he died. So, I don't know why they held them high above everyone else when they're only half-bloods. And this is where a little bit of a secret comes in. As Naruto asks, wait, half-bloods? So does that mean Sasuke? Yes. Sasuke is a half-blood Uchiha. He's not a complete Uchiha. What does it means? To determine who is a half-blood and who is a full-blood, it's within their final state of their eyes. Yes, you get the 3 Tomoe, but that's not the final state of the Sharingan. The final state of the Sharingan is the Mangekyo, and its unlocked phase. If you are full Uchiha, a pure-blooded Uchiha, well, you can say you can skip the you can skip the Mangekyo Sharingan and go straight to the infinite Mangekyo Sharingan immediately. The infinite Mangekyo Sharingan means that the more times you use it, you won't go blind from it. Whether the Mangekyo Sharingan has a disadvantage. The more times half-blood Uchihas use their Mangekyo Sharingan, the closer they get to permanently being blind. So, only pure-blood Uchihas can use the Mangekyo without going blind. As Naruto gives a small smile. So that means... So Sasuke acts so high and mighty when really he doesn't realize that he's not a full Uchiha. Yes, that boy has so much pride that really he... I was gonna say something. Hold up. I'm just gonna say my full sentence. That boy has so much pride up his ass that really it's gonna take 7 years to pull it all out. That stick is so far up that I don't think even the third Hokage can get it out. As Naruto is still smiling, as we we look at a person that is busy watching Naruto closely. The person that is watching Naruto closely is Nara. Shikamaru Nara is intrigued about Naruto. Naruto is acting way different than he used to. He's not acting like the loud and brash kid that he used to know. Naruto is more quieter. He hasn't yelled anything out in a few minutes. Something happened to him. As Naruto basically squints his eyes trying to see this Naruto's secrets and what secrets he is holding. Naruto is smart. He's not dumb. The Naruto clan is smart, not dumb. So he can tell when something is off and different. Like Naruto. He's not acting like himself, and no one else seemed to notice. As Kurama told Naruto to not be a doofus in class at least. I mean, keep on acting like a doofus, but don't be that much of a doofus, where you literally embarrass the both of us. As Naruto said, it's fine. I mean, you have a friend now, so you don't need to act all out. Uh, yeah, you're right. I have you. As Naruto states in his mind. As Shikamaru is wondering what is Naruto grinning about. As they call out the next opponent. Uzumaki Naruto come to the stage, and Kiba, I don't know their names. Is it Kiba Harino? Or it's Kiba something. Kiba and the clan name. As Kiba places his dog down, Akamaru, and heads to the battle. So Naruto, ready to get your ass beaten once again? As Naruto states, I rather not do this time. I rather not let my ass get beaten this time. As he states, too bad, because you're going down. As Kiba gets into a fighting stance. The fighting stance of his clan. As Naruto states, what do I do? Apply chakra to your eyes. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've placed a genjutsu over it. Wait, you can place yes, I can use genjutsu. As Naruto is wondering how, I'll explain later. Just do it. As Naruto does it, he places chakra to his eyes, but very small amounts. As his eyes from the center of his pupil that was black turns white. It turns white as Kiba starts running, as everything is going slow for him. What's happening? This is one of your eyes' abilities. Your eyes can act like any dojutsu to ever exist. The Byakugan, the Sharingan, the Rinnegan, the Mangekyo Sharingan, The limits of this dojutsu are infinite. So Naruto, how are you gonna use it? If this dojutsu has abilities that a lot of dojutsus have, like the slow motion scene from the Sharingan, then I'll use it to kick ass. As Kurama gives a toothy grin and states, "Good. Put on a good show." As Kiba's close to in front of Naruto but still moving very slow, as Naruto is also moving slow. What the? I can't move any faster. See, the Sharingan has one disadvantage, Naruto. So does this eye. If you want to react to things like this, you need to increase your reaction time and speed. It's no point that you can see the attack coming, but you can't react in time to dodge it or defend against it. Thanks to your luck, this little brat is slow, and your reaction and speed and timing is just perfect to kick his ass. But I say you must lose in the end. Give him a good fight, but then immediately make a mistake and let him capitalize on it. Wait, why? We're hiding your abilities, remember? The less people know about you, the more of an advantage you have against them. Oh yeah, right. As Naruto grabs Kiba's frosted claw, as he grabs it, turns around and flings him over his basically back, onto the ground. Bam! As everyone's staring in awe. Even Sasuke is shocked. As everyone states, what just happened? Did Kiba just get taken down by the Dobi of this group? As Naruto jumps back immediately, preparing for the next fight. As Kiba stands up stating, "Why, you little..." As the fight begins, Naruto gave Kiba one hell of a fight. Countering, blocking, and even attacking and getting some good hits in. But Naruto made a mistake. Well, he purposefully made a mistake. He left himself wide open to be attacked and flung out of the area where they were supposed to fight, as Kiba took that chance and flung him out of the ring. As Naruto goes flying, he didn't stop himself, he just went flying out. As Shikamaru is actually now, he knows something is up. As he looks closer at Naruto, what's up with Naruto? He didn't have this much of skill before. It's like he could see the attack that it's like he could see Kiba's attack coming. That's not true. He doesn't have a dojutsu. His eyes are still the same. Yeah, his eyes are still the same. He has no dojutsu. It's blue, white, and black. So, how could he see the attack coming? And also, why did he make that mistake? He purposefully made that mistake. He did it on purpose. Something's up. Did he want to lose? Did he want Kiba to win? Why? As the Nara is thinking, as Choji comes up to him, "So you found something interesting, huh?" As he's eating on a bag of chips. Yeah, Naruto gave him a better fight than he did last time. As Choji is eating, he has no dojutsu. No one really knows how. It's like he just gotten better all of a sudden. As Shikamaru is thinking on his ideas, as he remembers what he said, he has no dojutsu. His eyes is blue, white, and black. As Choji speaks about his eyes, he has no dojutsu. If he had a dojutsu, there would be a slight change, right? We all know his eyes is black, blue, and black. Black, blue, and black. As Vanara basically he hit the, I got it. His eyes, he has a dojutsu active. As the Naruto is thinking something, he has a dojutsu. It's just I can't see it. I can't even dispel the illusion. He's hiding something. I can tell. His pupils are supposed to be black, not white. Something's up. The Naruto is on his thinking. The Naruto is on the train ride to thinking. What will happen next time? That's it for this episode, guys. Until next time, I will be bringing out the next episode. Maybe part 2. Maybe part basically 3 of the other episodes I might have running what ifs. But that's it for this what if. What if Naruto... Sorry about that. That's it for this video. What if Naruto had the ultimate dojutsu? So until next time, guys. I can't even speak. Until next time, guys. Bye. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment down below if you like this video. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you later. Bye.